And now on to our dinosaur of the day, Colepiocephale, which was a request from Shifty Solve via our Patreon and Discord, so thanks. Colepiocephale was a pachycephalosaurid that lived in the Late Cretaceous in what is now Alberta, Canada. It was found in the Herbivorous Formation, as well as in Montana in the US. It was found in the Judith River Formation. It was an herbivore, and it may have been prey for Thanatotheristes degrootorum. That's the Reaper of Death, and we talked about that dinosaur in episode 273.
Oh, was that long ago? I feel like we were just talking about that a couple weeks ago. It's like 2 years ago.
Yep. So the type species is Colepiocephale, lambei. The genus name means knucklehead, and lambei is in honor of Lawrence Lamb. The holotype includes part of the dome of the skull, and it was originally described by Sternberg in 1945 as Stegoceras lambei, but then it was renamed in 2003 by Robert Sullivan to Colepiocephale. Sullivan did a phylogenetic analysis with 49 characters of multiple pachycephalosaurs and found Colepiocephale to be a new genus. It was unique enough in the posterior squamosal region, the bumps at the back of the head, to make it its own genus.
Okay. So if you picture a typical pachycephalosaurid, like Pachycephalosaurus, and you add different bumps on the back of its head, then you get Colepiocephale, basically.
Yeah, I think it's less spiky. The head looks a little bit different, too. Well, they do have the dome head, because pachycephalosaurs.
It's a full dome, not like a little tiny dome.
I think so, based on pictures.
Sounds like one that someone might want to lump, potentially, in the future, depending on if we find out there's individual variation on those bumps or something.
There's been a lot of hypotheses about this dinosaur. The first one was it was synonymous with Stegoceras validum. Another one was it was its own species within Stegoceras. Or another one, it was more derived than Stegoceras. So there's been some debate. Now, at the time that Sullivan did his analysis, Colepiocephale was the oldest diagnostic pachycephalosaur from North America. There was an older skull from the Milk River Formation, but it was too incomplete and indeterminate to name the type of pachycephalosaur. In 2009, Ryan Schott and others analyzed Colepiocephale, including the holotype and a referred part of a dome found in the Judith River Formation of Montana. And they reaffirmed that Colepiocephale was its own genus based on several autapomorphies and being in a different stratigraphy from Stegoceras validum. They lived at different times.
That does help.
It does, but sometimes there's debate on how much of a role stratigraphy plays in determining different genera.
Yeah, because some species last for a long time.
But for now, I think it's safe to say it's valid.
Cool. So I guess the analogy is that it's really similar to Stegoceras with different bumps on the back of its head, not Pachycephalosaurus. But Stegoceras, to me at least, has quite a bit in common with Pachycephalosaurus. I don't think anybody's trying to synonymize those, though.
No. But Pachycephalosaurs in general, it's the name of the family, so we think Pachycephalosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know about the dome heads, so that's the main thing I think most of us think about.
Yeah, it's not like Draco Rex, which might be synonymized as like a juvenile form, but it doesn't have that little tiny bump with huge spikes or anything. Mm-hmm. It's the more typical looking Pachycephalosaurid.
For those of you who listen to our Dinosaur of the Day segment and you like it, please consider becoming a patron. We take new Dinosaur of the Day requests from our patrons and offer a bunch of other perks as well. So check out our page at patreon.com/iknowdino or click the link on the left.